What's up, y'all? Happy Monday. It is your girl V with Reality Recap. I have a very special friend and guest. First time on my platform. I've been on his a few times, but we have my good Judy Kendrick Tucker here.
Hello.
With Kendrick Tucker and of Ken, I Cannot podcast, whatever you get your podcast, and the king of memes, okay? Like the king of memes and jokes. Anytime I want to laugh, I know whose story to go to.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I love watching. I love seeing everything going on. You've built an amazing community, and y'all have a
Thank
ball over here.
you.
So you
We
be you
do.
be working. You be working. You cover from Sunday through Saturday. You covers it. So
Listen, I be trying to. I be inspired by you. You drop two,
oh.
3 episodes a day, and I'm struggling to get 3 done a week.
It'd be a mess. See now I'm in my tired phase now. The only reason I recorded today was because Tyra Banks dropped that damn documentary where she blamed us for bullying them girls all them years. I was like, well, you know what? Let me hop on the mic because I know you lying. So let me.
No, listen, I'm about an episode and a half through. I'm gonna finish it tonight because there's really no reality shows on Monday. So I'm gonna finish Tyra tonight. But yeah, it was given no accountability at all. When she said, when they talked about what's the girl name? Was it Chandra? The one that
Shandy, yes.
Candy, and she was like, well, I can't speak for that because that was production. I said, oh, I already know where this going.
Right. And the whole time I was like, Tyra has that I call it the Stacy voice. She's got that newscaster voice where everything she said, it sounds like an official State of the Union. We didn't get things right. We're gonna try better next time.
Yeah.
We've done this and she does it every time she talks. And I'm like, you know what? All right, Tyra. Then she talking about I'm gonna come back and give y'all season 25. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch. So
And that's what that for me, that's what the documentary was truly about at that point. It was more about introducing coming back than the accountability. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not, at the time watching it, it was a different time. It was, things were different then. So it was a lot of things that at that time I didn't see anything wrong with it, just like she didn't see anything wrong. So I'm
Right.
not looking to hold her feet to the fire. I just wanted her, like you said, to be like, you know what?
In hindsight,
2020.
exactly.
Yeah, but she was like, no, that was production, and y'all the ones that wanted us to keep pushing forward. Who, me?
I was looking
I
like,
know what goes on in the fashion world.
me. Like she was like, yeah, because y'all like Fear Factor and Survivor. So y'all, I was like, wait a minute. Like I tuned in to you.
Them.
Right. I was watching you. That's it. Don't blame me. My hands up. I didn't do nothing. Nathaniel. Don't blame me.
Yes, but it's a good documentary, guys. It is good. I will say I am seated for it. I had to stop and get myself together to come down here in the basement and talk to my friend Kim, but I'm definitely gonna finish the documentary. It is Reality Check Inside America's Next Top Model. It's on Netflix. It's 3 episodes, right? Yeah, 3 episodes. They're about 40 minutes to an hour each. So I'm like a episode and a half through. So I'm gonna go back and finish them tonight. But it had me captivated. I was seated. I'm definitely gonna watch it. And like Ken said, I'm going to watch. See, it was cycle 25. Like I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna
I'll be there. I will be there.
She redeemed herself.
We'll see. that'll really show us there how cycle 25 comes together. So I gotta watch for y'all. We gotta let y'all know whether to watch or not, So there we go.
It's content. We have to watch. It's content.
There we go.
That's my excuse.
Right. There we go.
I really just want to watch, but yeah, it's content. Right. We have to. But honey, we're gonna get into last night Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. We also gonna spend a little time on Married to Medicine towards the end, but I mean, reunion overall. Kim, what is your thoughts? Did it carry for you?
It did. I was into it. Like I'm really a reunion person. Like I will clock out of a season if it gets on my nerves too bad. But I usually always watch reunion because I'm like, you know what? Let me see how y'all wrap up and like spin these lies for me. I like a good spun lie. So let me see what y'all gonna tell me at the end of the season to justify everything that went on. And obviously we had a lot kind of built up for this. So we had Karen, her whole stuff. She's out of jail. She's popping
Mhm.
union. Wendy has all her legal stuff going on. So it was a lot kind of pushing up. Plus, we need to see how Angel was gonna act at the reunion because we all kind of teetering with Angel, like whether we want her back, not back, back, not back. So I think we need to see if she's gonna come and perform at the reunion. And I think all my expectations were met across the board. Like I'm proud of Wendy, number one, for showing up because we know for a fact that when the girls get they charges, they usually don't come to the
They
reunion.
flee.
They
No
flee.
pun intended.
Right. They flee and we don't see them no more. So I'm happy she's there. I'm
Yeah.
happy Angel's activated against Ashley because Ashley tried her a few times and she came back. So I was like, okay, there we go. And it was good for me. A good first part. I'm ready for
Yeah.
part two now. Give it to me.
Yeah. Give it. Because I will say, like you said, I'm checked out of Beverly Hills. I'm struggling. I'm checked
Yeah.
out of Beverly Hills. Salt Lake City, I felt like they had a good season.
Mhm.
Terrible reunion. The reunion
Like
was like,
always.
yeah, it always starts with the dresses. They never bring it for me. It's
Whew.
always given Orange County prom. I never, yeah, it wasn't, it didn't match up to the season. And here I feel like we had a pretty solid season and a
Mhm.
great reunion. I mean, the trailer alone, I was ready for Potomac's reunion. I've been seated, and I'm a football girl, but it was like, damn, you could have put this on with the Super Bowl because I would have watched, I would have watched
Right.
my Bad Bunny performance. And then I would have went on over there because the Super Bowl was trash as far as the game
Too much
itself.
defense. Yeah, it
Yes,
was a
it was
defensive
definitely
game.
the Benito Bowl. I would have watched that and went right on over and watched the reunion. So I've been seated for an
Mhm.
extra week for this, and it did not disappoint. I definitely agree with you. Now, on the
Mhm.
fact of Angel, this is the Angel I wanted to see all season, by the way. I know
Yes.
she showed up. She definitely came with it. And that's what I kept saying because Monty was
Mhm.
like, I like Angel. I'm like, Monty, not that I dislike her, but she's just not giving in her scenes what she gives in her confessionals or what she gives in her interviews or what she's giving at the reunion. I just wanted to see that all season long, and I think
Yeah.
she would have been just fine. Like, she takes things very seriously, but we'll get into that. Let's start out with the first scene because we hit the ground running. Okay, like
Woo!
we came. I said, you know what, Bravo's getting better at that. Like, they usually drag us through the first episode of a reunion, and then
Mhm.
it's like it gets good towards the second and third parts. But we came straight out of the gate. And you
Mhm.
called it, Ken. We was over on Threads having a good time last night.
Yes.
And Ken called it that we would start out with a video or footage or content of Wendy that we had not seen. And he was absolutely correct. That's what we started
Mhm.
out with. What did you think of this video that they played for us?
Now look, me watching it, I was like, oh, okay. So we getting a little context. We seeing how because it was 1 week after the arrest and all of that. So I was like, okay, we getting a little context. Good to have, yada yada yada. But then of course I look on Threads and y'all said that Wendy was overselling it because she came in there walking like Annalise Keaton. And I said, you know what? I said, you know what? Let me log off because y'all won't never do right. I'm trying to take this lady and her husband seriously, and y'all said she in there doing like this, walking like Annalise, and I mean, she did come in there. They were selling that story, so
I'm
it was
telling you.
it was good to like have a little bit of setup. I'm glad it didn't go too long though. It was a perfect amount of time. We got a little setup. They talked about the kids, and then we switched right over to them dressing for the reunion. So
Yeah.
perfect setup.
I felt like production been playing in Wendy face all season, first of all, because the
Whew.
way I'm not sure, Ken, if did production go back in your opinion? Do you think they went back and added all these scenes of her not knowing what her PIN number was? All of the talk from her mom about, yeah, I'm going to spend your money, the renovations that they did in the home. And I felt like even with the video at the beginning of the reunion, it was a lot of her talking about her 4 degrees and, kind of that I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you. It was like they set the stage of like the rise and fall of Wendy Osefo. That's what I got
Ooh.
from that video. I was like,
Yeah, you know what? Anytime production, and that's actually funny about Married to Medicine too, because anytime they do a montage, I always pay attention because I'm like, oh, what y'all setting up? Because on Married to
Mhm.
Medicine, every time they say, Heavenly, you're not a good candidate, they put together all 10 of her years on that show, her cussing folk out and everything. And I'm like, oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
Heavenly, it might be time to clock on out. I don't know. Heavenly,
Yeah.
that might be the campaign trail for you. But
I'm
exactly,
telling
it felt like this whole season, you remember on like when Vanderpump Rules, when that whole scandal broke,
you. Mhm.
and one of the episodes, they were literally like everyone was like on the cast was putting it out there. They were like, I promise you, this was not added in. You can't make this stuff up. And it was that scene of like her saying to no, it was Lala saying to her, I would never trust you around my man. And that was right after that it broken. I wonder if it's that kind of something, but knowing Potomac's production, I kind of got to think that they went back and they were like, "Oh no, anything where they mention money, put it in there, put it in
Yeah.
there." Bravo is the ops, okay? They are the ops, and they going after Wendy. I don't know
I'm
Wendy.
telling you, there's
Oof.
no way. I just don't believe that if that had not happened, that they were going to just keep like just keep on. I'm telling you, that stuff had to be already there. It had to be. There's no like
Yep.
they went back. I just totally believe that. So yeah, I felt like that video. Look, they're saying on Instagram, "Hi Prim, thank you for checking in." She said production does not like Wendy. Ash said, absolutely set up. Yeah, I definitely feel like they put they put the videos in Chat GPT and said anywhere Wendy's mentioning money, debit cards, credit cards,
Yep.
renovations, pull it out for me so I can put them clips in this in this season. I definitely do. And it was no exception with this video of them, the multiple I have 4 degrees, her speaking at graduations and all of that.
Mhm.
Like it definitely felt like let's set her up for the fall. Um
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
and then like you said, we went right into everyone getting dressed, everyone coming out,
Mhm.
and then Wendy, like, okay, everybody's here, but Wendy, we're waiting for Wendy, and she comes and sits down.
No,
And
she got the kiss from Eddie first on camera.
yeah,
You know, get the
I saw that. I saw that.
and
Yeah,
then
like
I was like, oh, there we go. Okay, that's how
yeah.
you sell it. There, you got to sell it. Okay.
But even in, we saw the little video, they sat down and talked to each other.
Mhm.
What did you feel from that? Because with me, and it was like Wendy's question kind of came left field of, so do you think this is going to impact our marriage? And there's been some rumblings online that it may cause some issues in their marriage. But
Mhm.
what are you getting from that? Because I need to know whose idea was it to file these insurance claims? Are they gonna start pointing the finger and blaming? Is this gonna end up like a Teresa Joe Judice type situation where
Oof.
they're, mad at each other or she's blaming him? I don't know. I need to know whose idea was this? Whose
I
was it?
I need to know too because I that question that she asked him, it did like kind of raise an eyebrow for me too because I was like, is this natural? Number one, like, is this kind of did y'all want to like address certain things on camera or like where did this kind of come from? But I don't know. It felt. I want to believe that like it's all like we're getting like real reactions and like that kind of stuff. But I think us being Bravo fans for so long is
Mhm.
so hard because we just have to naturally compare it to every other Teresa, Jen Shaw. Like even if it's like I mean I'm not gonna be mad at nobody for targeting an insurance company because the way them insurance companies turn our ass every which way except loose. I'm not gonna be too mad, but still, it's still a crime. So we still compare it to all these other things. So it's so hard to, I don't know, to isolate this one incident. And it's
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like I'm being real conspiratorial looking at everything, and they not helping by putting all these damn financial footage in here for me to look at. So
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, and it's just telling that they started out where they were going to be tried together, then they separated and they wanted to be tried separately. I think they looked at it and said, you know what, this might not be best. And they then requested to be tried together again.
Oof.
Wendy secured a lawyer while Eddie was still looking for a lawyer. There's a lot of things in the case that's just side eyeing for me. And I'm not sure. I mean, if I had to
Mhm.
give me y'all votes in the comments. Who do you think idea it was to do this. I'm gonna tell you, Ken, I vote Wendy. I do vote Wendy.
Okay. Okay.
What
Because
about you?
it's so hard because number one, both of y'all had so much to lose, like a lawyer, a professor, like that. Who that's a lot. But I do, if I had to vote, I pick Wendy too, only because it makes the most sense. Because it wouldn't be the first time we've seen somebody join reality TV and need to keep up with the lifestyle. I mean, she became kind of like the it girl on the like with the fashions and like
Mhm.
all the image is everything, and she needed to keep it up. And if I had to guess, because they were like, no, we need to get to this amount to get the full amount. I would believe it. I would believe it. You can't get the Gucci and Prada and all that off layaway. So I mean, you gotta kind of go ahead and fully purchase. I don't know why they
Okay.
wouldn't just do Rent the Runway, but okay.
Yeah, Perry on Facebook said it's Eddie's to keep up with Wendy and her wardrobe. Over here on Instagram, Tiff said, "I vote it's Wendy Mama's idea." I guess you should put Wendy Mama in there too.
Now I
You
can
know,
believe that.
you know why I thought it was Wendy for the same thing? I thought it was Wendy because of how we saw her come on to the show. Granted, she had just had a baby; she was only 2 months
Mhm,
out postpartum. But she completely changed her face, her body. The wardrobe changed, and I did
mhm.
feel like it might have been her idea. But the underlying thing for me, Ken, is I always wondered why, they such a great couple. Why does Eddie parents not want to be involved at all or be
Ooh,
around? And then I'm like, damn. So is this why Eddie's parents didn't want him involved with Wendy or want him around? I'm like, that's where my vote is
elephant in
coming
the
from, if
room.
I'm being honest.
It's been the big elephant in the room for this whole time about why, for whatever reason, we cannot see any of his family, hear
Mhm.
from any of his family, like all of this. Like all we got was the closest we got was NECA trying to come on and spill some tea, some tea that she had heard from folks. So that was about the
About the
closest we got.
shrine.
Exactly, the shrine and all that. So I mean, I could. Ooh, it's a lot working against them. It's a lot
Mhm.
working against them. They have to crawl their way back from this. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've heard or not. Has he been disbarred?
I
Do
haven't
we?
heard anything about it. And you know
Mm,
what? You just put that in my head because I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and put on my calendar because I think they go back to court in April. I said I need to put that on my calendar because I might show up
mm.
there with my girl We Go podcast. I might go
Yes,
on
for
down there. I might
real.
take a trip. But you know what? I'm gonna look into that because I was wondering the same when it first happened. How will this
Mhm,
impact him as a lawyer? I have not seen anything about him being disbarred, but I know when I talked to
yeah.
attorney Simone, she definitely said that that would be up for discussion. So I'm gonna check and see. Because
Yeah.
honestly, he wasn't actively practicing. He was like knee deep into
Mm.
Happy Eddie. So I don't know. Like I have to find out more. That's a great question. So now you're gonna have me down a rabbit hole tonight. Thanks a lot, Ken.
And you let
Thanks
me
a
know
lot.
whatever you find, okay?
I will. I
Mm,
know I will. I definitely will. But yeah, so we get into Wendy talking about her experience in
mhm,
jail, which I was cackling. I even posted about it on threads because the first thing that took me out, they started talking about her mugshot. And she
mhm,
was, why was she smiling in her mugshot? A lot of us were assuming online that, oh, they must have been high on Happy Eddie. They were both smiling. Now she says she was smiling because the police officer who was taking the mugshot
mhm.
gave her multiple tries. Like it was, "Huh, you want to do it again? Huh? You want to try again? Give us smile, give us life, give us
Her
energy."
very own Tyra Banks, yeah. Come on now,
So,
Jabbar.
it was very I don't know if it was tone deaf. I don't know if it was irresponsible, but I was just like, this is not. I felt like Karen in the trailer, like, shut the fuck up. You talking too
Right.
much. This is not helping you. But yeah, what did you think of that?
This whole part, I literally said that's why like I always prefer like a Potomac or an Atlanta over a lot of the other franchises, simply because they go pull the humor out of out of the most serious situation, and that's what I love. Because for them to just for Giselle to sit up and ask her, was that nap that you took, was that the reason why that wig was? I was like, Giselle,
So unserious.
now why would you ask that? And then Tia came right behind and said that was her nap wig. Now what's a nap wig? I need to know.
And she's talking about professor wig. You wore the high pony, the half up, half down to teach the
I
people.
I know not at John Hopkins. I know that. Not it can't be. It did though. It felt a little because like obviously later on in the episode we get Ashley saying like I didn't take it seriously because you were smiling in the mugshot.
Ashley
And
lying.
yeah,
Well,
right.
yeah.
Ashley was trying to get out the
Bullshit.
situation because Angel
Exactly.
called her ass out. That's what
Yeah.
happened. But exactly. But then you have like something like that being said, and it's like, okay, well, who else didn't take this seriously? And now we have this kind of editorializing going on. So it's like, dang, man, we gotta be. I expect somebody with 4 degrees to know like when to be more careful with their words, what story to tell, what not to. So I don't know if this is like supposed to make her look more like down to earth, that she's like okay and calm, or if it's supposed to be relatable. I don't know what it is, but I'm not sure it landed the way she wanted it to.
No, she seems out of touch. I was like, well, this girl, like, you really thought that you controlled the lights in prison? Because she was like, yeah, it took the mug shot. I tried to sleep, but they control the lights in jail. You don't control the light. Duh, Wendy, you thought you could put the light off and on in your cell. No, it don't work like that. Okay,
Now,
especially now when you're sitting in the county, and on top of that, like, no, that's not how it works. Jail doesn't work that way. I mean, I've never been to jail and I know that. Like,
right.
lights out, lights on. You don't control that. It just did not land. And I think Giselle was trying to like nudge and hint at that. Like, yeah, you're sitting here talking about this very casually, but girl, are you okay? Like,
Right.
they were looking for you to come and be like, I'm completely distraught. I don't know what's going on. Like, you better sell it to the judge because I know he watching. I know
Exactly.
the police is watching. The police is watching, Wendy. Come on now.
Wendy,
Don't
you
be sitting up
gotta
here.
right. When you go to court too, maybe next time just leave the shawl at home. Like we don't need the first shawl too. Like that's giving housewife. Like because I think I remember Teresa going to court with a couple furs one time too. And we see how that worked out for her. So we might need to leave the furs out. Just come on, just a suit and a bob. That's it.
Yes.
A suit
Yes.
and a bob. That's
A
all
serious
you need.
Bob. Yes, a serious Bob.
Or Robert. Yes.
Yes. Leave the labels at home.
Mhm.
Leave the ring that they said that you lied and said that got stolen. Leave that at home, because people was talking about that in that video too. Like, she was sitting there crying and they were saying, "Ain't that the ring?" I don't know. She got multiple rings.
No.
She had that big old ring on, and they were saying, "Ain't that the ring you said was stolen? Like, you still got it on?" Listen.
Oh no.
Oh no. I don't know. She said she got multiple rings. I don't know. And I told you, I don't know what card she swiped for that dress. She looked good though. She looked good. Maybe not the extra little extra on, but she looked good. I will tell you that.
Did. Did.
But yeah, I mean, it didn't do anything for her, the conversation at all.
Nah.
I was like, can we go on to something else? I was so glad when Andy said, you know what, we're gonna come back to you. Sorry. You told me, I'm sorry. We're gonna come back. No, you ain't, Andy. You ain't sorry.
He can't wait. He's trying to get the rest of this other stuff so he can hurry up and get back to Wendy.
Yes. So then right after that, we got into Stacy and Tia. I could have did without. Their beef it ain't about nothing to me, but they got into it about accents. Tia saying that Stacy was sitting in front of her on a plane and they didn't hear that QVC voice that they always hear. And I mean, I didn't think she talked like that all the time, when she's selling things versus, but she says her voice has changed. Stacy clapped back to her like, well, you are the queen of accents. You would know. And, sometimes you slip too. We hear that Chicago from your husband come out. And she's like, yeah, and I have American children, fool. Like, what are we really talking about here? I don't know. Tia gives subtle shade. She does. She did. She gave a little subtle shade. She gets them
Mhm.
together in a more classy way. You know me. I like fuzz. Let's get ratchet with it. But she definitely gives she gives classy shade. I could have did without that beef. It just or that whole segment
Mhm.
in itself. But did you care for that at all?
I'm a Tia fan. I really do like Tia. This I actually recorded my episode about Potomac, and I said the exact same thing. I said this whole beef is actually really silly because I saw someone like on threads too saying like I don't believe Tia's accent is real and yada yada like all this other stuff. And I'm like, where are y'all getting this from? And like, why is this a thing? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know if it's just because she beefing with Stacy or like what it is, but I don't like the Stacy voice of it all and the Tia accent of it all. These are two non-issues. Like we
Yeah.
got bigger fish to fry. Like if y'all want to beef, I don't mind y'all carrying beef over, but y'all just got to find a new topic to beef about. Because
Right.
when they got into the other stuff, I was a little more interested in that because that made me think production was kind of bouncing back and forth with who they, whose side they want to be on. Because the way they
Mhm.
kind of laid it out in the reunion was a little different than how they laid it out in the episode. So I was like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, y'all doing a little switchy switch. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't really care who Timu met first, what dinner he came to or didn't come to.
We don't need to see
'Cause
Timu no more.
yeah, Timu don't give us nothing. He don't give
Mhm.
us nothing. He come in and walk right back out. He don't give us nothing anyway. So I don't care who he went to dinner with or who he didn't. It don't even matter at this point.
Nope.
I will say I was happy that I felt like Andy gave Stacy a little subtle chin checking since, that's
Hmm.
been the theme of Potomac, where he said to her, he said, listen, sometimes these housewives, they rise to fame quickly and then they are infected in the second season, their head gets a little big. He was basically saying, I put that on threads last night too. Like he was basically saying, don't turn into Bryn from the Roni reboot. Don't do that. Everybody loved Bryn right out the gate. I didn't.
Hmm.
Everybody loved her right out the gate, and oh, she's so great. And then we saw her rise and fall and leave the show
You know what's
fairly
funny?
quickly.
I literally pointed to Roni too, but I pointed to the original one. I said he's saying don't become Leah McSweeney. Two people, exact same scenario, come in very
Hmm.
loved by the fans, and then second season show they whole ass, and then everyone's like, nope, actually, you can get the hell out of here. We don't want to see
Hmm.
you ever again. So you right. I mean, good comparison, Stacy. You had a fantastic sophomore season, and usually that's the tail, but
Hmm.
ooh, I'm nervous for you, sis. I'm nervous for you. Don't go wrong road. Like like Portia said, wrong road. Don't go down it. Just keep on straight. Keep on going the way you go.
Yeah, and then we also got an update, which we had already heard. I think I had already heard through an interview, but we got an update where Andy asked Angel,
Hmm.
"Okay, where you living at these days?" And she said that she's going back and forth, but they did purchase a property in Potomac. She said she got a few acres. Okay, she
Mm.
got some acres. And here go Ashley, she jumping in, and that's where the read come in, and that's where the angel comes in that I wanted to see all season. And she's like,
Hmm.
well, if you could get some land in Potomac, you would have, but you're not in Potomac. And she's like, I could have been. I just chose not to. No, you didn't, Ashley. You got
No.
that house wherever Michael's money would land you
Michael
at.
chose where you at. Exactly. You didn't choose a damn thing. Michael chose that. He was trying to get you far enough to where he ain't got to always see them kids and
Yeah.
he can stay over there and have whoever coming in and out of that apartment. So
Yeah, you ain't in Potomac on purpose, okay? It wasn't
right.
your choice. You ain't have no choice because you ain't had no money then. You had to do
Now.
wherever he told you to go while you was out here slipping from state to state doing drag brunches trying to get your coin together before that settlement came through. Okay, so stop it, girl.
That part.
Stop it.
That part. Ooh, she tried it a few times this reunion. Normally Ashley doesn't bother me as much as everyone, like she bothers everyone else. Cause I
Me
normally
neither.
like, I'm like, anybody that is up for keeping up the mess, I'm all for you. Keep up mess, so it entertains me. I don't care. But this reunion, I was like, oh, you a little delusional. Like you trying a couple things, like to sit up here and try to downplay somebody buying what did she say, like $2 million house or something like that in
Mhm.
Potomac. And I'm like, you of all people trying to downplay her. Like, I mean, this is her second home. We already saw the massive one that was featured in the magazine in
Mhm.
Colorado. Now you didn't get to stay there, but we saw it. Okay, it's a beautiful home.
It
So
is.
wrong road, Ashley. Don't go down that road. That's weird.
Yeah.
Weirdo behavior.
Yeah, Angel, like I said, she started to get her together. Then we got into the whole catfish of it all. And this is where I get annoyed. But there, she talks about how upset she was about that. And this is where I agreed with Ashley. Like, everything doesn't deserve such a big mad reaction. Some things
Mhm.
you just need to read these bitches and move on. Even
Right.
with the whole "oh, you got evicted" thing, those things she was saying, I came in with I don't even know what this means. She said she had more dip on her chip. I guess that means she came in. Does that mean you came in with a chip on your shoulder? You had a
Yeah.
lot more energy for it? What the hell does that mean? I
This
don't
one of
know.
those. This one of them Ti sayings. He used to say that all the time. I got too much dip on my chip. I'm just like, all right, Ti. I
So
let
I
you
guess
have
she had a little extra sauce when she was
it. Right.
upset about it. But those are things that in the season for me, like, we know you didn't get evicted. How you getting evicted from an Airbnb anyway, girl? Just say you put the wrong reservation end date. That's all that happened.
That's
Nobody's
it.
questioning your coin. We know your husband played for the Chicago Bears for 10 plus seasons. No, we know you're not hurting for money. Like,
Right.
not at all.
A
Like,
starter all 10 years. Like he y'all got the money and we know that. And y'all got a good well, we didn't see much of the business being good, but you got a good business going. Like people come and use the business too. So what would have been better for her because Giselle is so messy. She told a funny story at the reunion about how she saw the pictures of the girls and she went to production saying, well, I brought Tia in, but when am I gonna meet this one right here?
I said she played too much. Playing, lying,
But that
playing.
would have been a perfect way. See, I'm so unserious. I would have been like, okay, now I did use a whole lot of filter on that one, but so I'm gonna just take it from y'all. I'm gonna cut back on it instead of using 50%. I'm gonna cut down to like 25, and I'll just use that. Like you
Mhm.
can easily get around there, but she is so serious sometimes that you really
It
got to untighten a little bit too.
Yeah, like, unwind, come back with
Hmm.
some shade. Yeah, because she's definitely not the only one using Facetune. She's not the only one
Right.
at all that uses Facetune. And I just felt like, yeah, like, just come back with a witty, shady comeback, and then let's move on from it. And she took
Mhm.
it down a road of body shaming and all of that. And it's not that. Angel is a beautiful girl. And,
Yes.
Giselle, I don't know. I personally didn't feel like Giselle was body shaming her, saying that she wasn't a pretty girl, but
Right.
did that picture look like you on your everyday? No, it didn't. And that's just what
No.
it was. The catfish comment was funny, but again, come back with something shady towards Giselle.
Mhm.
Like, say something about Giselle wigs because they're terrible. Is your wigs are catfishing us? Because even
Ex
the reunion wig,
Boom.
I was like, they
Yeah.
always look like they just sitting on her head. They don't never look glued down and like, move to lace. That's what it is. They're not lace wigs. They're giving
Good
beauty
3D.
supply.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
giving beauty supply. They always look like they sitting on top of a bun. Somebody need to braid your hair down and get you a lace front. That's all it is. Like, come back with it. That's all you got to do. But she just wasn't there in the season that way. I mean, she did it in her confessional. She showed up at the reunion.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just felt like she dragged those things out and got really upset. And at the end of the
Mhm.
day, you are a wag, you are beautiful,
You're
you
winning.
got money, you're winning, you have the supportive husband. I
Mhm.
mean, he came out there in the rain and got you and left the other two sitting in the truck when they was out there in Colorado, honey. You got everything that they're looking for.
That part.
Rest on that. Rest
That
on that.
part.
They can't sit with you. Rest on
Mm-mm.
that. That's all you got to do.
Not even Jazzy. As much as
Yeah.
she wants to, she okay.
Yes, because I told y'all, Jazzy husband don't play at all. No
No.
stats. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
a Cowboys fan, and when she was saying that he played for the Cowboys, I was like,
That
hmm.
was so brief. And yes, he has a Super Bowl ring because he lucked up and he was on on the Chiefs when they won. He got
Yep.
a ring. He did not play. He did not play on Dallas. He does not play on the Patriots.
Mhm.
Like
And I
that's
feel,
just
you
what
know
it
what?
is.
I'm somebody too. Like if I now, I'm not gonna claim to be like the top wag if I was this, but if I had somebody that was in like the NFL, that would be my dream. Like I want somebody just like constantly, like for 10 years, they on the practice squad, they get upgraded to like just be on the bench. I ain't got to worry about nobody getting hurt. I ain't got to worry about none of that. But that check is coming through. The league minimum is still like 3 times what most people making. So I'm like, you
Mhm.
know what? That'll be good. Between that and my check, we living real comfortably. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's still bringing in a coin. He definitely is. I mean, it's not the big, first
Yeah.
string money. It's no endorsements in
It
there,
ain't no
but
Mahomes
he's
money,
still
you know.
supporting. He still is. I mean, it don't look like she getting on the plane and do still doing the, like the what do they call it on the plane? I forget. I don't know what they're called these days. Is it still
The,
stewardess? Is that she's not? It
oh
don't
yeah,
seem
like
like
a
she's
flight
doing that.
attendant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
flight attendant. It doesn't seem
Hmm.
like she has to do that anymore.
Hmm.
Jesse blocked me, y'all. This is why she blocked me. So I'm gonna just shut my ass up. But this is why Jesse blocked me because I said the man don't play. He don't.
She
I
can't
ain't
be mad at
told
you
no
for saying
lie.
facts. I mean,
Yeah,
right.
I mean, she's still in with the Patriots wags with the top, the Bostonian princess and all of them. She still
There
sit
you
with them and
go.
do the TikTok dances and go out with them. I mean,
That's all that matters. Okay, that's all that
she get
matters.
more camera time than he do. That's all.
Let me ask you, because that was been something that I've been wondering about. Do you think? Because honestly, this whole cast, I've been like team bring everybody back. Because number one, I always think new people deserve 2 seasons to really like find their footing. But like I think bring everybody back because I'm interested in everybody's like
Mhm.
dynamic and story. The friend of though, Jazzy and Monique. Do you think they should come back next season?
I don't really care for after the trip and how
Yeah,
she treated Tia. I just felt like she latched
she's
on to
wanted.
that as here's
Mhm.
my moment to get my 15 minutes to get the fans to like me so I can move up to a flute. That's what it came off to me.
Yep.
I don't know what Jassy brings that is needed as a friend of. I don't even know what she's gonna bring. I mean, well, she's gonna bring a little something to this reunion, but she just goes into attack mode over minimal type stuff that I just
Yeah.
don't know if it's necessary or needed.
Mhm.
But I'm okay if we bring her back. It don't really affect me honestly one way
I'm
or the
same
other.
page. Yeah.
And Monique, same thing. Monique is trying to give us this changed person
Image rehab.
vibe when
Mhm.
just be who you are. You know what they say. You are who you are, player. You could try to change, but that's just the top layer. If you still that binder, bitch, then be that. And I'm okay with that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
if you just gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna keep my hands to myself now. I ain't gonna grab on nobody and drag nobody down to the ground. Then cool. But she's trying to give us this changed person. I feel like Monique sole purpose to come back was to sell them oils in that book. Monique has always
You
had
tired of
an
them oils.
agenda to sell products to us, the not so lazy moms,
Yes.
oils and all of that. It's always been an agenda of hers to push a product or a business. And I just feel like
Mhm.
that was her sole purpose of coming back was she wants y'all to believe that she wrote these letters to herself many, many years ago when she just wrote these letters to tell y'all in a roundabout way how she really feel about Chris. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. You right, because I always felt like she became what Gretchen became on OC, which was somebody that was just on on the show to like sell a product to the people. And it's like, but go to the next scene. I don't care about. I'm not buying this. Unfortunately, I'm not a lazy mom or dad. I ain't got no kids, so I leave me out of it. Ain't nothing I can do with this. So let's
Yeah, I just
yeah.
and it's one thing to organically sell product, if you're
Hmm.
somebody that's gaining popularity, we like your storyline, but that can't be the main thing. You got to know how to like finesse it in there to get people to really support what you're doing. It can't be the
Exactly.
sole reason you're back on there because outside of that, I mean, if it wasn't for Stacy hollering at Chris, we really wouldn't have had much for Monique. But again, I'm waiting for her to read them, when she needs to. So if the cast
Mhm.
stays exactly as is, even with Angel,
You would Angel,
I'm
yeah.
willing for, I want Angel to come back and give us
Mhm.
more and give us a true, housewife wag personality, step
Mhm.
into her own and show us her business again. I don't think the girl's gonna let her. She's just gonna have to fly out there herself and the camera's gonna have to come and show her, listen.
Exactly.
But
Exactly. I need it. I need it though. I need her to host another trip next season because Colorado was the
with
time of
Karen.
my life. Pure torture for them, but amazing for me. Amazing.
So they did get into it with Angel and Wendy
Mhm.
about the comments that she made on the show saying that Wendy had asshole lips and she had a Forrest Whitaker eye. And she kind of got dragged on the internet about that. They were saying that, it was racially charged, it was about skin
Mm.
tone, and that it was something she shouldn't have said. She did apologize to Wendy
Mhm.
on the show. She said it was harsh. She shouldn't have said it, but she was like, "Yeah, I mean, you do have this you do when you're curious about something." I was like, girl.
Oh.
But Wendy had the perfect comeback. She said, "Well, I could have said." She said, when you go over looks, especially after you made such a big deal about the catfish comment and made it a body shaming type thing, for you to
Mhm.
talk about my looks was real low of you." She said, "I mean, I could have said you look like James Earl Jones." I slid to the floor, and
Oh.
I
Oh.
slid to the floor. I had to go pull it up and do a comparisons. I said, "Nah, I can't unsee it.
Not
Nah, I can't
James.
unsee it." But I said she hit her with a nice little 1-2 uppercut with that one. Angel didn't
Oh.
expect that, honey. She did not
No.
expect it.
Not at
I had to go
all.
match it up.
I wasn't expecting it either. I didn't know what that woof. Not Mufasa, man. All right.
And wait,
Wow.
Andy said, rest in peace. Let the man rest in peace. Let the man rest in
They
peace,
bring up
honey.
somebody black that's passed every single reunion. First it was Maya Angelou. Now we got James Earl Jones getting brought up. Let our ancestors rest,
Yeah.
okay?
And I
Let
did.
them
I
rest.
put that on Threads too. If y'all not following us on Threads, you gotta follow Ken and me on Threads. I think
Yes.
your Threads is the same. It's just the
With
Kendrick
Kendrick
Tucker.
Tucker. Yep.
With Kendrick Tucker, and mine is reality_recap. When I tell you
Mhm.
we have a time on Sundays on
Yes.
Threads with Potomac and with Married to Medicine, but I
Mhm.
cried, yo. I think the neighbors heard me laughing so hard at that last night. I could not believe it. I said, Wendy, you have been prepping for the courtroom and for this reunion. You came ready. Although you got all this going on in your life, you ready. And I'm
Oh
here.
yes. Oh
See
yes.
it. But yes, she came back with that. And then we ended this reunion, honey, with we
Mhm.
got into it real quick about, we got back to Wendy and we talked about Ashley. And
Mhm.
it Andy said he had a whole stack of questions for Ashley, that the audience feels like Ashley has been very mean girl this season. Like,
Mhm.
it's one thing to be shady, but they feel like she's been mean. I didn't necessarily feel like that this season. I'm gonna be honest. I just felt like
Ashley's Ashley.
yeah, I guess, and I'm not making no excuse for it, but it
Yeah.
definitely felt like to me, Ashley said, "You know what? I don't have much of a storyline. I've already gone through my divorce, so I'm just gonna show up and bring up the shit that we need to talk about. I'm going to be messy." And production
Mhm.
was like, "Cool. You
Yep.
gonna be our shit starter of the season. Cool." And
Yep.
I'm okay with that. She brings up the stuff, Ashley always got her ear to the streets.
Mhm.
She hears a lot, she knows a lot. The reporters talk to her, the bloggers talk to her. She comes with the information
Random people on the train talk to her about Karen. Like we
about
a
the leaky
lot of people.
seafood, you know? So, yeah, I mean, she be having the tea, and I'm here for it. She's gonna bring up the conversations, you
And
know?
honestly, you know what? I thought that this season in particular, I think that they all kind of recognized that Karen was going to leave a big hole for like the show because like she's been around since the beginning. She's an OG. Obviously, like it was going to leave some kind of hole there. And I think all of them kind of purposely chose to show all the way up this season. So I think a lot of times when like Ashley or Giselle were quote unquote being mean, I think they're really just being heightened versions of the people we already like we've been seeing for the past 10 years. I think they just knew we got to crank out a show, and they crunk one out for us. So they gave it to us.
And I will say that Ash on Instagram says she was picking at Stacy way too much for me. Now that I would agree with. It was like, if you're gonna, you think she's a liar. We all do too, Ashley. We think she's a liar, but her lies ain't hurting nobody. So I agree with you there. It was too much on Stacy because not too much on my girl, honey. I love Miss her lies weren't hurting anybody. If she want to lie about if she paid this man, if she gave him a contract, he never came forward to us anyways. He had us thinking he was going to come forward and talk about it, and he never did. Yeah, we still see the way. And I said, you know what? The other day, I said, I'm about to unfollow him. And I said, as soon as I unfollow him, he going to come with his receipts. I said, what? I'm going to follow him a little bit longer. But I agree with you there, Ash. It was too much on Stacy. But I did not feel like she was this real mean person. She was honestly just being who she's always been. That's who she came on. Yeah, when she came on and getting into it with Giselle. She came on and she's been who she's been, bringing up the hard conversations, bringing up the stuff people don't want to talk about. Every season she does that. But they talked about a video that was online, and they played a short clip of it where she said she was out doing her horrible singing, and and she was saying,
Roberta.
Right when Wendy got locked up, and she was saying, "Oh, Zen Win is in the pen, y'all. Oh, Zen Win is in the pen," and she was saying, "Oh, I apologized about that," but she also said that she thought it was a joke because Wendy was laughing in the mugshot, or smiling in the mugshot. She was like, "Oh, this isn't real." So I made a joke about it. I don't believe that. What about you, Ken?
No. I mean, that was reported by every major news outlet, every influencer, every quote unquote blogger, everybody that's out there reported this news. The mugshots were out there. You knew this was very real. And especially when like the actual charges were known, like what they were. I mean, that's federal. Like those were serious allegations against them.
Serious allegations.
Yeah, she knew.
Serious allegations, serious charges. I think each charge of their crimes is like holds 7 to 10 years in prison. She's facing football numbers, y'all. So this is nothing to play with. And then on top of that, even though what got me was at the reunion, they focused on her saying Zen Win is in the pen. Ashley said a lot more in that video where she was singing, and I had posted the whole video because she was saying, this is news to y'all. This ain't news to us. We been knew this what Wendy be doing. Like, girl, is you cool?
Right. What you mean you been knew this what she was doing? Because if that's the case, they go pull your ass and have you testify at trial.
Hello?
So, like, what are you trying to say?
Like, it's giving, okay, Monica Jr., are you an informant over here? Are you going to be on the stand? Because why in the world would you say that? See, that's stuff like that to get your head knocked off. Because what is you talking about?
Exactly.
That's what she said. So don't come up on this reunion trying to make like you was just making a joke and you didn't take it seriously. Girl, you said some incriminating things.
Right.
So don't try to apologize now.
Right. Because you got us thinking, oh, this been going on for years, and it wasn't just one isolated incident. So no, even if we not cool, don't add on to everything that I got going on right now. Like, don't be a weirdo. Like, if you want to shade me, okay, shade me. I'm gonna shade you back, like whatever. But don't like try to have real world implications against me. Like, that's crazy. Because now you go into the courtroom now. Like, don't leave it on this little playground that we got over here on Bravo. Don't take it to the courtroom. Because then I got to tell them people what Michael Darby asked me. See that? Now we go.
Get touch on it, because the people been talking about it online. Because We Go podcast, she said, now if Wendy would have came back and said, because Ashley also tried to play, her little messy stuff. She tried to play like, that's one of my biggest fears. It's going to jail. That's one of my biggest fears. And Wago said, she was like, you know what? Wendy should have said, yeah, that should be one of your biggest fears when Michael was out here touching folks without consent. Okay.
Exactly. Because how you make that two other people going to jail? How you make that about you? how did you maneuver and play them cards and you somehow made that about it being
Mhm.
scary to you? Like that, okay. That's
Yeah.
crazy. But
Yeah.
also, they keep forgetting that Mia ass and got arrested too. I thought she was gonna say 3 people. I was like, okay. All right,
Well,
Mia, they didn't forget about you.
Ashley was good getting into it with her. I think she tried to make like she was never on the show too, but right. Right.
Right.
Yeah, because she had went to jail when this film. She had already been, yeah, Mia had already been to
Mhm.
jail. So you right, three.
Had them
Three.
folk couch on her back. Yep.
And the TV. Had the couch
And the
and the TV
TV.
on the back. I took it all out the people's house and then put it in storage like it was hers. Oh Lord. Now
Man.
see you want that. I gotta go down the rabbit hole about that and check how she doing on that because she bailed out and
Right.
I need to check on her case.
And check and see if her and Bobby Valentino still together because I never know.
It's up and down with them. I don't
Oh,
know if they're really a couple or thing, but they traveled recently together.
let's
Didn't see
see.
them together for Valentine's Day though, so I don't know. But
Mia.
I don't take Bobby Valentino hang out with Ray J. Child. We not taking him serious in a relationship. They
Ever.
out here having a good old time.
Man, oh man. Mia. All right now. All
Yeah.
right.
So we
Ooh.
ended this reunion with, that back and forth with Wendy and
Mhm.
Ashley saying, well, I don't got more than one social security number. See that? See, there you go. There you go. Now, then I
Whew.
slid back out my chair again.
I know. I said, oh no. Oh no. That would have made me so mad if you end the episode on that line and you didn't let me get my response out. Now we got to wait a whole week thinking that Ashley then whacked
Raised
Wendy
you.
one good time. Exactly. You done got whacked one good time, and now I'm thinking about that for the rest of the week. Man.
Yeah. But I be saying, it's a fine line, Ashley. You
Hmm.
walking. Because you did that with Karen too, where you was up
Yep.
there talking about the legal seafood stuff and how a reporter told you that it was another person in the car. You trying to
Yep.
mess up her marriage. Somebody was a guy in the car and he got out and fled the scene. See, it's a
Hmm.
fine line. You walking with that messy, okay?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
you gonna catch the right one. You gonna catch you a Monique in a minute. So just
At a
make
wine
sure.
tasting. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's consequences that come along with that. So just make sure you're ready for that. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
still doing your yoga. I mean, your arms look a little strong, but just make sure you're ready, okay?
That
Because it
part.
comes with it. But I am seated for this reunion. It was a great
Mhm.
part one. Can only imagine what's to come for us. Jesse still will be coming out. We still have Monique coming out. We still have the
Mhm.
Grand Dame coming.
Mhm. A
I
loaded
can't wait to
reunion.
see it. Yeah, and just
Yeah.
see her interactions with Wendy. Just a small snippet we got from the trailer. I think it's going to be a
Mhm.
good one. I said it before when the trailer came. I said, this is up here with the binder, honey. I think this is gonna give us a good reunion. So I'm seated for it, y'all.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I can't wait. I definitely, sneak peek of the new part two will probably drop sometime this week. We'll talk
Mhm.
about that. I'll give y'all a little green screen on them, getting into my original content bag because Facebook is on me. So don't be posting no more TV clips or we're gonna take your page.
They kill me. See.
Before we get into Married to Medicine, let's plug that. Make sure you guys follow Kendrick. Is with Kendrick Tucker, and his
Mhm.
podcast is I Cannot. That's KEN Cannot, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Listen, he drops the episodes, honey. He is dialed in. He be on his story post, that little bubble on Instagram, like 2 episodes out. I was like, 2 at a time.
Yes.
Hurry over. I got to get on my game. It can be dropping the episodes. You hear me? Pop
Check them
culture
out.
guru. All right.
Oh, look who talking. Look who
I'm
talking.
telling you, pop culture guru. Follow him. Make sure you guys follow me. If you're watching from Facebook, YouTube, we're everywhere right now. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel
Mhm.
so you don't miss any live or pre-recorded shows. And yeah, Facebook, y'all, keep me out there. Keep sharing my stuff because Facebook, and I am on punishment. They said we are not recommending your page and we're taking your monetization and we don't know when we're giving it back to you. I said, all right,
What?
y'all, you right. They done got me in
Dang.
trouble. Yes. I be posting too many TV clips, so they said.
They
So
some
I said,
haters. They
you
some
know
haters.
what? It's okay. Y'all right. So I'm into my original content bag. Chat GPT, we got a plan. You know,
There
she
you
put me on
go.
a plan.
There you
That's my
go.
bestie. Chris said he gonna have Chat GPT taken away from me because he said my thumbnails is getting out of hand.
That one about Candy and Todd, I was like, now see, let me go revoke the privileges because you
Yeah. I feel like Chat GPT wouldn't tell me to stay. She'd be like, all right, if you want me to make that, okay.
like whatever you say. All right, okay.
Have you get in trouble, don't come crying to me. She said, but she be like, listen, and this is my thumbnail, y'all. I'm gonna put it up on the screen so y'all can see it. But this is my I did a little that's Todd. Todd got the mask on and he in the guest house with some money in his hand. I told him, yeah, I need you to put him in a guest house and look like he getting over on Candy. And I need Candy to look upset. She'd be like, all right, fine. So that is over on YouTube. If you guys, it's very quick. I just gave y'all a recap of their divorce, what's happened so far, and the latest allegations that Candy made on Todd. So yeah, that's over on my YouTube channel if y'all want to watch it. But let's talk about Married to Medicine. This episode was alright. You know, it's
Yeah.
been a good season overall. Don't get me wrong. I have
Mhm.
enjoyed Married to Medicine. The burners are on the stove. All burners are on. There's beefs everywhere. You look and turn. Even the newbies are showing up. Mimi, Brandy,
Mhm.
Angel,
Angel.
everybody's showing up. This episode was just to me felt like a little bit of a filler. So just a
Yeah.
few things in this episode I wanted to ask you about or talk to you about.
Mhm.
First off, Quad and King. We already know Quad and King have separated. They're no longer together. This episode was a bit
Thank
that's
you,
how you were
Lord.
feeling. You feeling, yeah.
Yeah. Get her
I
away
didn't
from
like
that
how you
man.
talking to her this season. I
Exactly.
mentioned that. I just think they rushed their relationship, you know, like she
Mhm.
didn't know him well enough and they're not married or anything like that. They went straight into trying to have a baby. And to me, it always felt rushed as something she wanted to bring a man to the show and had make sure the man was flaunted in front of Dr. G and Sweet Tea that she's moved on, she got someone, she's upgraded,
Yep.
and really didn't do her homework here. But
Yep.
even in this episode with their conversation, it was so awkward with the eating of each other's food and like, well, see, I ask you, you don't never ask. And he's mentioned it multiple times about the IVF and the hormones and how you know he thinks she's rude. And
Red
he
flag, red
yeah,
flag.
yeah. And I just think overall, Ken, it was just he signed up to do the IVF, but he didn't know what he was signing up for.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
think they had a conversation about how many times they were going to try. I think he thought it was going to be a one and done. They do the IVF and and it works and they're going to be good. He didn't think about the possibilities of it not working and them trying
Mm-mm.
over and over again or having a conversation say, okay, if it doesn't work the first time, how many times are we going to try this?
Yep. It, it's bad because number one, I even last season, I kind of had an eye open. I was like, I don't know about that one because it did, just like you said, it all felt real rushed and real kind of whenever like the newness wears off and you kind of start to see them cracks, it's like just kind of let that go, hang it
Yeah.
up. And I think the way that he described it all, like in those fan comments when he was like commenting on Instagram, it's like I
Mhm.
got out of that situation and I did like all this kind of stuff. I was like, that's
That was a bit much.
yeah.
Your true show. It's a true color showing.
Exactly. I never really saw it for him. So I'm a firm believer because I really do think that as bad as she wants to like naturally have a child, I really do think that like she's being protected because she's not being allowed to have it with these men that she's been with. I don't think
Mhm.
Dr. Greg was the right choice.
Mm-mm.
King wasn't the right choice. Like it'll happen for her, whatever way it happens, it's gonna happen for her. But let's just hand clap that King is out the picture.
Yeah.
Now we can find a serious candidate because
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
wasn't it. He
Yeah.
was not it.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. G and Quad, they got locked up together for arguing and fighting, child. We knew that wasn't going
No,
to pan out, right? We
No.
see how he talked to Sweet Tea in the episode too.
Mhm.
And I know Quad ain't going for that. Sweet Tea did
Mm-mm.
say she don't miss the girls. She said that she was on the interview I saw yesterday. She said she don't miss y'all at all. Okay.
Well,
She said she don't miss. She said, well, she backtracked and said, I miss a few of them. But she said overall, she good. She's
see,
good.
I'm messing
Um,
because I would have said which ones you missed because I want to know.
I think, I mean, it was kind of clear she had a good relationship with Simone. We saw
Yeah.
them on there on the YouTube channel, which kind of stirred up some more nonsense and beefs, but
Mhm.
yeah, she said she don't miss y'all at all. Okay. But yeah, I agree. We can see her actually, be married to medicine, my love. Find somebody in the
Mhm.
medical field and let's move on from it. But in the meantime, she seems to be enjoying her life. She was out in Nigeria for Dirty December with the girl. She was out there with all the scorned women. She was out there with Yandy. Yandy was out there. Carly
The
Red
same
was
little
out
crew,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, she even had Love and Hip Hop over there with her. She had Ryder, Michael Blackson's baby mama was over there
Oh
too. They was out
Lord.
there having a time, honey. So
Mhm.
yeah,
They say
I
December,
agree.
that's when you go to find your next one. So they've been saying that about them Atlanta girls for years now. They say
They
they
was all
take that
out there.
trip.
Had
Exactly.
Angel out there. Angel was out there too. I guess she said, Toya, I don't need you to hook me up. I'm good. I'm going to Dirty
Right.
December. Okay.
Exactly. Just
Yeah.
make sure y'all do some more background checks so y'all don't wind up with a Simon, okay? Just check a couple things out. Check a couple things out.
Did you see Simon on the internet this week talking about some that was a huge mistake to marry Portia? Duh. You-
I but that man, I really don't know what to say about Simon no more because number one, he'll do an interview with anybody that will talk to him. He don't care what medium, what platform, what interviewer. He don't care about none of that. Anywhere he can get up just so he can say, "I hate Portia," he will take that interview. And you know what? I almost respect that level of hater. I kind of respect it, but Simon, you just got to throw your hands up at some point.
At
Like,
this point, yeah.
throw your hands up, Simon.
Yes, Portia has moved on. She got a new storyline, all of
Mhm.
that. And speaking of, since we talking about RHOA, guys, we saw the teaser last night in Potomac that
Mhm.
finally Atlanta is coming soon. Because I said if Rhode Island come on and we don't hear nothing about Atlanta, I'm crashing out. I'm looking
Exactly.
forward to Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I really am. I think they're going to be an amazing cast. They're very
Mhm.
green. They're very raw. They're showing us everything. I'm definitely seated for it. But if I say, listen, if we get Rhode Island without hearing anything about Atlanta, I'm crashing out. I am.
Exactly.
So we know
Exactly.
that it's coming soon. So my ear is to the streets for when we're gonna get the trailer. I'm trying to figure that out for y'all now. I think we're gonna get it fairly soon, but
Gotta
the
be
ears to the street. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So coming soon, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Was it season 17, right?
17. Yeah.
Yeah, season
Woo.
17. The girls are coming. Yes, Bayou said on Instagram, can't wait. Me either. I was so happy to see that. Like, I gasped when it came
Me
up on the screen.
too.
I was like,
Let me ask you because I'm curious what you think. So obviously, they reused the promo. I'm not the promo, like the pictures from
Mhm.
last season. So that might be why. But K Michelle wasn't in the promo.
I saw
Do
you
you
was
think
mad
she
about that.
I know I'm like, wait a minute, what? So, do you think she's gonna be just a friend of, or do you think she will be full time?
That's what my thoughts is. I don't think K Michelle is a full-time housewife. And
Mm.
then I don't think she is. And I know we have the girl from Slutty Vegan. What's her name? Pinky or
Pinky,
something like
yeah,
that? Yeah.
Pinky Cole.
I don't
Mhm.
think that they're full-time housewives. And if she is, I just
Okay,
think, the budget, because last season wasn't, didn't it was a hit or miss with last season. I don't know that they were gonna pay to put them in the promos like that.
yeah,
I'm holding out hope. K Michelle could be an actual housewife, but I'm just not sure. I do think that my gut tells me they're both friends of. But I
I
think
can
either way, we're gonna see a lot of K Michelle. I think she's
hope
intertwined with a
so.
few storylines this season that we're gonna see a good amount of her. I do think that.
I love that. I hope so because you obviously you watch Love and Hip Hop too, but it would make sense if she was a friend of
Yeah.
because I think we've seen many times. She at this point she didn't hit all the franchises. I think so. We've
Mhm.
seen her when she goes to them. She kind of hops in and out a lot, like not always like there throughout the whole season. So if that was the approach for this too, then I guess Frienda would make sense. So
Yeah, and I
we'll
think her
see.
career has something to do with that too. Like
Mm-hmm.
she, she's always at a concert. She's dropping
Yeah.
her album. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be a huge part of her storyline here too. Her music and her country album
Country.
and
Yep.
things like that. She's going to plug that. That can't be the only thing. Learn from Monique K. That
Right.
can't be the only thing. You got to give us something else. But I
Mm-hmm.
do think we're gonna see a good amount of her though. I do think that. So don't fret. I saw you,
Well,
you was in the stories like, why we ain't get K Michelle in there?
I'm mad. I'm like, look, because I need a trailer. I need okay, in my mind, let's count this out. Potomac is about to wrap up. We got 2 more episodes of that left.
Mhm.
Married to Medicine getting ready to wrap up because we got
Mhm.
so our Sunday is gonna be wide open. In my mind, you got to give us Atlanta by April
Yeah.
at the very latest. Like I
Yeah.
really I want to say March, but I'm gonna be nice. You got to give it to us by April, which means we need a trailer next week at the
Yesterday.
latest. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get it soon. I do think before February is out, or at least at the
Okay.
beginning of March. But I do think that we're gonna get at least in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we should be getting a trailer. I do think that. So
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
keep, ears to the street, honey. I will
Right.
definitely keep y'all posted with the tea. Okay.
Now we go.
Yes. Now a few more things on Married to
Mhm.
Medicine. What did you think about heavily kissing Simone on the boat, honey? What was that about?
Very weird, but you know what? I can never keep up with any of their relationships, no way. So,
They
as
are
long as
up and
right,
down, honey.
I'm just glad they finally back on flat land because they know they will pop off at any minute. I'm actually surprised that Simone and Quad have lasted this long because I fully expect them to be beefing at some point again soon. So
Yeah.
you know what? I'm like, if she not mad about the little smooch, I'm not gonna be mad about the smooch either. Go on,
I
do your
think
little
she
smooch
was
and then
I
ooh.
think she was utterly disgusted
Oh.
and shocked. I do. I do. It was just
Right.
weird. It was just like, where's this coming from? And then her campaigning on the boat did not help her campaign, Ken, at all.
You
Like,
got
what
me
are
on
you
a
talking
yacht
about?
and this what we doing? Really? I can't eat dinner for like really? This what we doing? Like I got okay. Well, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if Quad is the right campaign manager. I don't know what experience she has. But y'all need to practice at home her debating and how she's going
Yeah,
to answer some of these questions. Like I get it, you're a mom, you're a business owner, but if that's all the qualifications were, we could all do that. So
right.
I was like, no, no, that wasn't a good one. Not a good take. Try again. So he was
Now,
like, I feel trapped on this boat.
she was on Instagram and everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
same Toya, because this is not what I'm trying to do on the yacht.
Yes.
Put some Cardi B on or something. Like, let me I'm trying to have some fun.
Right. The other thing that kind of caught me off guard was Dr. Jackie with a scrub line. Since when? Since
I
when?
know, especially since she didn't bring it up at
At
Angel's
all.
event that we just saw. So I'm like, that's weird timing, but okay,
Yeah,
I guess.
it's given 2 wick versus 3 wick candles, honey. It's given the Grand Dame versus Wendy's.
Yes, on
Home
yay.
line.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's definitely it was kind of left field. They definitely have, they're different. I do
Mhm.
think and Angel has had her scrub line for a long time. Like we saw
Mm.
Angel creating and mastering that on Basketball Wives.
That's
So
right,
she's had it
yeah.
for quite some time. I
Mhm.
just found it quite interesting that she showed up in this, if she had the priest collar on hers, and it's kind of loose fitting, drawstring like a onesie type thing. I
Mhm.
don't know. I mean, if you ask me, I definitely think Angels is for the curvy girls that give you like a nice silhouette.
A
I
little
liked
shoulder
her.
pad, you go right
Yeah.
from the office to the club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found it interesting that she had no conversation with Angel about it, that I'm bringing this up. Like, I don't know.
Weird.
I
Really
wonder if it's
weird.
gonna I wonder if it's gonna grow legs into a storyline. I do.
If Angel's smart, it better, because
'Cause
I know I'd
Angel
be feeling
wasn't there,
away.
right?
Mm-mm.
Angel wasn't
Nope.
there at the photo shoot, right? She
It
wasn't
was
there.
Ebony, Toya, Contessa, Quad. That was it.
So I
Mhm.
wonder if it's gonna grow legs. Prim on Instagram said, "I buy Angel scrubs before." She said, "I like. I look at Jackie's. Okay, so you've had Angel
Mm.
scrub. Yeah, they look comfortable. They look,
Yeah,
form fitting. Definitely, I don't have a reason to wear scrubs, but I
right.
think, and Jackie's trying to give you can go from the office to the club, or you can go out to dinner. I'm not going out to dinner in that. What are you talking
No,
about?
I've been it all day. Folk been coughing on it. No, 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 no,
Like, I'm not going out in that.
no.
Like, you tried it. You should just stick to it
Mm-mm.
being like something you can wear out to run errands and go into the office. But to make me think I'm gonna put heels on with that, not happening.
Nah,
Nope. Nope.
nah.
Not at all. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to, I'm gonna follow that and see what happens and how Angel receives that information whenever
Right.
she gets it.
That's a big one.
Um, Last thing about Married to Medicine, we have Toya now thinking she leads the Met Gala, that she's in charge. And I do believe, I want to get your thoughts because in
Mhm,
the episode they talked about just the like organizing of it, the finances of it, and the people. Toya did offer an apology for not giving money in the past Met Galas, and that now that she's kind of involved in it, she sees and she apologized. But
mhm,
then her and Heavenly started going back and forth about, no, this has always been a us thing. It's everybody. It's not one person show. And Heavenly got upset and said, well, Jackie said you hard to work for it, you're difficult. And that's why they put you in charge of it, because they want to see you kind of understand what we had to deal with. And here go Jack. I didn't say that. I believe Jackie said it, Ken. What about you?
yes, absolutely. Exactly what Contessa said is how I felt. Because when she was like, "Oh, you better be careful telling Heavenly all your business," because one thing about Heavenly, she gonna bring it up and she gonna bring it out. So I
Yeah.
believe they was on that phone cackling at the end of a long shift, just talking and laughing, and they talking about, "Oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna give it to Toya this year because she ain't too smart. She gonna do this, she gonna do that." They were probably running Toya's ass to the mud,
Mhm.
and they couldn't wait. And now
Yeah.
Jackie like, who me? No, I didn't say what me. I didn't say.
Yeah.
No, Jackie, you said it. You said it.
Exactly.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I do feel like at times Jackie uses Dr. Heavily as her mouthpiece to say
Mm-hmm.
the things that she wants to remain classy and not say, even though I don't think she wanted Heavenly to say that out loud. And that's a side eye into Heavenly. Like, if we friends and we say stuff in confidence, because this ain't the
Mm-hmm.
first time she done did that.
No.
You got to be careful what you say to her, even with the whole Simone looking up the VIN number. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
he tells things, and that's not cool as a friend. That's not a good trait as a friend. I mean, I guess it's a great trait as a politician, but not as a friend.
And
Um,
she'll get on that YouTube and pop all her mess and tell all them folk business. So
yes,
you got to be careful whatever you tell Heavenly.
you do.
Anything.
You definitely do. But I definitely believe that's something that Jackie said. In
Mm-hmm.
confidence, I think Jackie is a different person off camera than she is in front of the camera. And that was just a small glimpse into probably things she has said
Mm-hmm.
about not only Toya but others on the show. I'm sure they have some good old dragon sessions on that phone, honey. So
Oh yes. Oh yes.
mm,
Absolutely.
yeah, but I think Married to Medicine, like I said, it's been a great season so far. We still have a Jamaica trip coming.
Mhm.
We still have the Met Gala coming. I'm not sure which one is going to be part of the finale, because usually Met Gala is. I don't know if it's going to be Jamaica or what, but it's a
Right.
good season. If you're not watching Married to Medicine, you are truly missing out.
Mhm.
I appreciate Pop Purveyors, who are the producers of the show, for allowing me to get the screener episodes. I watch it every
Yes.
Friday while I'm in gymnastics with my daughter. Like, while I'm sitting there, I get mine in, and that helps with me on Sundays, kind of cut down on watching back to back. But I'm enjoying it.
I need to start because I get the screeners too, but I literally my weeks be so doggone busy that I will literally like wait and I'm like, oh shoot, I could have been watched this, and then I be behind. I'm still like I need to find a day. Like I think Friday would work for me too because I work
Hmm.
home on Friday, so I think I'm gonna start
Yeah.
following your lead and start doing that.
Yeah, I'd watch it when I take my daughter. She go to gymnastics on Fridays. That's what I sit and watch while she in gymnastics. So I'm like ahead of the game. So
There
Sunday
you
I don't have
go.
to sit for 2 hours. So I get ahead of the game. I watch it. So thank you for allowing us to pre-screen. So, this episode, I try to give my followers like a little tease of Married to Medicine. I didn't this week because I was like, okay, this episode is just okay. But when it's good, I'll be telling y'all, like, listen, make sure you see it
Tune
Sunday. This
in.
is gonna be a good episode. So thank you to Pop Purveyors for allowing us to screen these episodes. I truly, truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, Ken, thank you so much for coming over to your girls' platform. I enjoyed you all the time. We always have a good time. We always have a lot to talk about. But tell the people one more time where they can find you, where they can follow you.
Of course, you can follow me on Instagram and Threads. I'm probably more active on Threads, but I'm always posting them Instagram stories. Okay, you can follow me at with Kendrick Tucker. Follow my podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeart, all of the places. It's the I Cannot with Kendrick Tucker podcast. That's IKEN, not with Kendrick Tucker podcast. Leave me a 5-star rating and review. Support Reality Recap however you can. It's the easiest way to support your favorite content creators without spending a dollar. So make sure you do it.
Yes, like this video. Yes, like this video, share this video. You guys can follow me TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, what you see at the bottom of the screen, reality_recap. My YouTube channel is Reality Recap 2876 is linked in my bios on all my platforms. So just go ahead, click that subscribe button so you see all my live and pre-recorded episodes. And we appreciate y'all coming in, commenting. I kind of threw Ken into this live. We usually do pre-record. I said we're gonna do live today. So thank you for just coming in. I appreciate you so much.
Of course.
And y'all, we'll see y'all. We'll be back. I know he'll have 30 episodes out before the end of the week. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out. And I will be back later this week. Just recapping the other shows, Bell Collective is back on. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta starts tomorrow. They are back. Y'all know I'm going to be recapping that for y'all. I'm going to talk a little bit about Beverly Hills, and I have not said much about the Valley Persian style, but it feels like home, y'all. I'm enjoying it.
I got to catch up.
Yes, I am enjoying it, and that's how you do a reboot with the Valley. You have to bring in some of the old cast. You can't wipe everybody completely clean.
Yeah,
I think centering the show around Gonessa, Reza, and Mercedes. Hello, it was a great idea. Roni, you can learn a thing, and Vanderpump Rules, you can learn a thing or two. You cannot wipe the whole original cast; it just doesn't work. So
yeah,
it feels like home. I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit about that. So yeah, more to come this week, y'all.
There we go.
Now, before I get out of here, as I always say, reality TV stars and humans too. Let's not forget that. It's your girl V with Reality Recap. Ken with Kendrick Tucker. Follow, support, and I'll see y'all later this week. Y'all have a great week. Peace.